What is going on? I'm Zedmot. That, of course, is Zedmot over there in your Creator Boost. If you're new to the channel, I still have a couple of these free instant trainings. Where they're gone? Okay, that was probably the last one. I don't, that's confusing. Anyways, even if you pay for instant training, do spend those diamonds, because as you saw there, probably I got an extra day out of that deal. We're gonna do one of those mega streams, all of the things, boom. We're gonna start out with the fun warship that I've got. This is my lower of the two warships. We'll jump to some operation attacks, some PvP, all of that stuff. Do check the chapters. Also, do check the cards up there. All sorts of things for you to be checking. Now this one, I'm going to show you my tech tree. This is the one where I was using all rifles and then it just turned into a fizzle fest. So I went back, got myself some flares. Tick 3 flares are all you need. Got myself some warrior upgrades. Now this one's super important. Brick needs to be maxed. That is important. I also went back and got troop damage. Just a quick note, there are a bunch of people right now who... Okay, the game crashed last time I tried to do a screenshot, so we're going to cut that bit out, send that along to the dev team. But this is what I was trying to say. People are getting both shock launchers and rocket launchers, and that seems like a giant mistake, because once shocks and seekers are in play, it's over, I think. So people are choosing to do that win now aspect by getting both of those, but just a reminder, that's making it slower for you to get to shock bombs and seekers, so you won't see rocket launchers on any of my accounts. Let's jump forward though. Gonna show you some warrior hits now. Just a note, this is way better if you have 100% troop damage. I don't have 100% troop damage. As you can see right here, we got 40 right there, and then over here we've got 30 more. So we're at, let's do that quick math, 70 troop damage, big brain action coming through. There's a sarcasm involved there. Took me a long time to get back to gold. Learning warriors mid-season is rough. This person does not have building health, which is going to help us. We're going to use cluster grenade. We are also going to use one boat of these guys, one boat of brick. We're gonna flare onto there. Now we need, we need a couple cluster grenades, 3 to be exact, I do believe. Let's throw those out, and then let's get going onto that. Doing a little bit of trickery here, as you saw, trying to speed this up. Just know that I am not super duper fast at this. I'm also not super good at keeping my flares going. So far we've done pretty darn well. The number one thing we need to be aware of here is that Doom Cannon, it will take out like 40 warriors in one hit. It is super duper frustrating. But look at that. Actually pulled off a hit live on the video with a decent time. 318's pretty quick, and that's what you're up against. And warrior hits, I'm like that too. I would say that's probably an A. I would give that hit probably an A. Just know that there are A+ hitters out there that have more GBE, more troop damage, and probably more troop health as well. So the 4 engine room level is, it's crazy just how good of hitters are out there. Like you can see there, I've only got one of the GBE nodes and the other GBE node 10% each, not getting a heck of a lot of love there. So, and people are doing this with heavies as well. I really like this season in that there's heavy rushers, there's warrior rushers, and as I'll show you later on, there's also Kavan with rifle and Zooka. And I still don't have flares on that other account. I think I'm the last person in the history of Boom Beach to not have flares, which, if you know anything about the channel, is crazy because I'm all about the flares. Now, I have no idea how to hit this base. This is going to be super uncomfortable. So we're going to save Miss Brick. We're going to go something like, this is going to be bad. If you came here to watch the fails, now is your time to shine. We are going to send Brick back in here. Should have dropped Brick first, simply because of the fact that Otherwise, Brick's gonna get deaded. So now we just need to go something like this, keeping that flare alive. Need a medkit desperately, as you can see by that. Was late on all of the critters. That shock launcher is going to wreck us. The doom cannon is going to wreck us. Not going well, but as you can see there, we're still progressing. Our troops are still alive. We're still getting onto those engine rooms, all because those critters are distracting both the doom cannon and the shock launcher. I have no idea how we're still alive, but it's still a thing, and I kind of want to get rid of that shock launcher. Then I can flare onto there, trying to keep those troops from that left-hand side alive, because they'll be crazy useful, even if they're just giving us a little bit of value. Next up, all of this is going to go. Brick is still alive and kicking. I can't even believe that we still have troops alive at this point. And now we're just going to get that final flare out there. And we're not going to have many troops left, but it might just be enough to take this down. And if it is, I'm just going to have my mind exploded. So probably not going to get this down, but we're going to get this final barrage for a little bit of extra damage. And we might still just pick up the win. And if we do, it's going to be because of that left-hand side. Holding of breath. Oh, I can't even believe we won that battle with a fizzle. So my wimpy little base, people rushing, and that's why you're seeing these side-to-side bases. These split side-to-side bases are crazy easy with Rifle Zooka, but they're harder with Warriors, and people are spreading even further with that base towards the front so that they can try and stop heavy attacks. We'll do one more. I would give that probably an F plus in the words of Tenacious D. This person only has one shock launcher. Do make sure you're saving your tokens so that you can get 2 shock launchers. It is vital to get 2 shock launchers. We are going to send 5 to this right, and we should, in theory, definitely a theory here, be able to take down all of this stuff using warriors. So we're going to go 5 to the right, as I said. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to flare directly onto there, trying to gap our smokes a little bit. The fact is, you know what? Actually, I'm going to reflare right into there, trying to get Miss Brick into the mix. Otherwise, she's going to get into some silly spot. Our troops are going to take down that shock launcher bit by stinking a little bit. Final flare onto there. And then we're going to drop these guys over here, try to get them over into this neighborhood, and should be able to clear this puppy. I need to keep that flare going, as you saw there. We're going to get a med kit out simply because of those couple things. Looks like we are going to lose. It almost certainly going to lose, but we'll find out here in a second. This time, if we lose, I'm going to be very impressed with our attacker. We've probably done a little bit of talking, though, so still have a chance not throwing a barrage simply because of the fact that we're just going to kill all of our warriors. Time of 251, probably a loss. There comes the barrage to kill some of our warriors. Free instant training in the shop. They're at 17, we're at 16. That probably means we've lost. Yep, lost by 8 seconds. Let's see how Yang is hitting. I am not gonna try and, oh my gosh. Oh, just gagging. And this is where that split side, you will not be seeing tanks on this channel. There was already too many tanks last season. I applaud you, Yang. You beat us, and you beat us fast. But no, and I am not using tanks this season. I refuse from a moral standpoint. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but we are going to focus on offense. We're going to do one more hit simply because we can't leave on a loss to tanks. Then we'll go into an operation attack to get rid of those frazzled nerves. What do we got? 1 on the left, 3 on the right. That should be fairly straightforward, I think. That left-hand side, really probably only need 2 boats. but that's a little bit nerve-wracking for me at the moment, so we'll probably, you know what, let's try it. What the heck? Brick, what do they have? They got 50% of all the things, so yeah, we're gonna go brick into here. I am gonna do what I said I was afraid to do, and that is bring all of the boats into there. Uh-oh, there we go. Getting that flare in there. Next up, as we saw, very, very, very important, getting all of the critters on that there Doom Cannon. Without those critters, we would be in a world of pain. It is crazy just how many critters all of these things can kill at one time. We're going to get this going because we can get onto that next side right about now, flaring directly into there. Smoke, smoke. Do make sure you skip your last smoke. It is crazy important just to get running and get all of those troops pounding away as fast as you can. And then we're going to throw our barrage right about now because otherwise I don't think we're going to get it though. Look at this. It's going to be like the last possible rocket. That was amazing. 257 though, still not fast. Need to tighten up my warrior hits because as you saw there, my base is weak, weak, weak sauce. 257 to 301. Please don't be tanks. Anything but tanks. Okay, warriors coming in. And now, quick note, people are also bringing cryoneers with warriors. It is amazing to see just watching the troops clear. And okay, they're just going side to side. There is a, like, this is the part of the game that I love. The warrior hits, the heavy hits, they are so creative. They're relying on dying flares. They're bringing other troops that you would never see with them. Super, super fun. I tip my cap to you devs. So far, it's been great, but of course, those of you with the free instant training, that is now about to expire. So curious to hear what you guys think. Okay, should have left that with just that first hit so that I would be the most impressive player in all of YouTube history, but you guys have already told me many times you'll learn a ton more from the losses and the mistakes, so I'm going to leave all of those losses in there, even the one to tanks, even though it hurt me emotionally and deeply. This is my go-to operation hit troop at the moment. Speaking of fun, laser rangers with heavies, heavies with that tribal life leech. It doesn't do a ton, but against ranged rockets, it is a great, great time. Just to show you a replay, was it yesterday? No, it was the day before, sorry. Going back a day, the solo that no one saw coming, Orbifold, using heavies and laser rangers, just making up hits as we go. Yes, of course, this hit could have been an all Zooka hit, probably would have been, what is that, one shock, maybe two, but just really, really having fun playing with different attacks, clearing with laser rangers, getting Everspark's universal remote into the action. You'll see that here in a second. Doom Cannon going away, and then flaring away. Everspark getting that hack out to get rid of that ranged machine gun. And look at these heavies, just healing themselves, staying in there, getting shot in the face. Good, good times. I don't know. Maybe I'm playing Boom Beach wrong, but if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. Speaking of right, this looks like a very, very easy solo for heavies and bombardiers, or just bombardiers on their own. But we're going to go left. We're going to continue with this ridiculousness. We also have the cryo bomb, which is going to be a huge, huge benefit. Getting all of these troops over here, getting some critters over there as well, and then just clearing through all of this, keeping an eye on that machine gun, because it is going to get in behind our troops, and we definitely, definitely don't want that. And then, again, cryo bombs, cryo bombs, cryo bombs. It's kind of like Beetlejuice, but slightly more different, or need to pull over into this neighborhood. Again, just keeping the GBE flowing. The GBE tribe is a great, great thing as well. Combining that with these lovely, lovely cryo bombs, Like, look at this. We are almost cleared through all of this stuff. Once we get rid of that shock launcher, we can then move back to the shore here in a second or two, and that should get us out of harm's way on most defenses. I'm thinking we're going to get this solo, but it's going to be very, very tight as far as troops go. We're also going to start to run into problems as soon as we get near those critter launchers. Critter launchers do terrible, terrible things to troops. But look at this. I think we've got this solo. It all depends on where those critters go. Those shock launchers up the top are not quite gone, which is going to pose us some problems trying to get rid of those with our artillery. And I think we're going to get an F+ again, leaning that way most definitely. We have run out of troops, but you know what? That was fun. And that's the beautiful thing about being in a 50-member task force. This base could have just been artillery down, had a little bit of fun with a different set of troops. If you're looking for a 50-member task force, check out Kindergarten 9. We've got people all the way from HQ 5 up to HQ 25. Let's get the heck out of there. I'm going to put that one down as a giant, sad trombone, but it's not really. Doesn't matter. Like, there are still, let's see how many attacks are left. There are still 49 attacks. To say that's going to go down is an understatement. Jumping over to this warship, though, I have followed the path of, I think it's Stoneheart. Let's just double check over here. I think this base was built by none other than, come on, scrolling down, scrolling. Alpha Shark. Alpha Shark has built this base. Fantastic base. Golden, I think it's called Golden something or other, is also Stoneheart. He's using a very, very similar base. Let's just do a tech review before we go too far along this path. Like I said, no flares. GBE at 20%. All of the troop building damage, all of the building health. We've got Kavan, that extra set of flamethrowers and Zookas. I'm also curious to see if those flamethrowers change to be cannons, maybe rocket choppas. Kind of doubt it though with Seekers coming. Barrage is at tick 3 on this account. Tick 4 barrage is so incredibly useful. But as I said, saving my tokens so that I got those 2 shock launchers. 2 shock launchers more important than tick 4 on the barrage side. We've got 100% troop damage, only 50% troop health. Somehow I'm still in the global top 500. Cryoneers are next, not going for rocket launchers as we discussed earlier. Let's get into this, see what we can do. Not super hopeful because people have chosen the win now approach. They're getting rocket launchers before I'm getting rocket launchers. It might be a mistake. I'll tell you this, I've made many mistakes across many seasons, so your mileage may vary. I am not a lawyer, if I recall correctly, and now I'm just reciting acronyms. So finding opponents taking a long time this season. Also, I'm supposed to lose power here at any moment. I'm supposed to have no power for like 8 hours. Today, I can see out my window they're about to replace the pole behind my house. So if this video goes dark, you know what happened. And here's the person. This person has chosen, no, I want Seekers. This person has pushed forwards. Great decision. I'm envious of their decision. We are going to send, also that shock launcher should reach over the gap. Let's send you there. 1, 2, 3. Getting most of our troops out. Also going to send Kavan out. For these bases, all season long, I have been relying, like fully relying on that ice shield. For this base, that is probably the wrong decision. Really probably should be using second wind now that people have gone to more engine rooms. And that is just me not thinking on my feet, which is not fantastic. Less than ideal, most definitely. But we are going to throw our barrages back here onto this Doom Cannon, trying to keep those back troops alive. Don't care about that shock launcher so much. More worried about getting our troops in than worrying about those shock launchers, because as you see here, our troops are splitting at a decent rate, which means that we should be able to distract those shock launchers enough to get in and amongst the things. And our opponent may have just fizzled. We'll find out here in a second. They've likely gone to the right on my base, and they're going to work their way back to the left. We'll find out here, trying to go as fast as we possibly can. Quick disclaimer, I have no idea how to attack a 5-engine room base. I have just made this up. I think this is my first 5-engine room hit. 237. Decent? What do you got for us, opponent? We are going to win by 3 seconds, just like that. Oh, thank goodness. Beating tanks by the skin of our teeth. I'm not sure if I could have been able to handle 2 tank losses in a row. We are back in 19. Decent. Let's see how they're using tanks against my base, because I've got some things. Can they just walk through that? Yeah, so quick note, notice those rifles are dropped first. Those rifles, their only job is to get shot in the face. You get way more faces to shoot with rifles than you do with tanks. That is going to distract those 3 big, heavy, single-shot defenses. So anytime you're using even heavies, get a single-shot troop out. This person is using second wind because they're getting tanks back. Second wind with rifle Zooka, you just end up getting melted by the flamethrowers. This person, though, like, using their GBE on that right-hand side, I assume they're going to barrage that right-hand side. We'll find out here in a second, though. Yeah, there we go. There comes the max level barrage. I said that Tick 4 barrage is good. Of course, Tick 5 barrage is even better. Envious, envious, envious. Let's do one more hit. Obviously, we won. I didn't expect to win, but hey, I'll take it. Hopefully, my microphone is not picking up those Teams notifications. I am very, very guilty of that this season. Apologies if there's random beeps and bloops. Discord, Telegram, Teams, whatever it might be. Need to tidy that bit up a bit as well. That bit up a bit. Yeah, that's where my brain's at these days, folks. We're at rank 19. Back in 19. Should have pushed days ago, back when I was in 19 in the global top 30, but didn't, which is just me making dumb mistakes. Again, I do like to send a split here. Those first rifles off to the right to distract their mortar, and then we're going to send some more troops in here, and then we're going to send even more troops back into there. Need that ice shield. Not sure if you guys saw how clutch that ice shield was, but that was so good. That mortar was about to take all of our Zookas. Ice shield is great for that. It is amazing just how good ice shields can be at times, simply because of the fact that it is instant. With a smoke or with a flare or with any other GBE ability, it takes time for those things to get there. The ice shield drops instantly. That is why ice shield was so important when we have rainmakers on our map. Not that rainmakers are as important as they have been in previous seasons, or not seasons, but whatever the heck the word I'm looking for. Bombardiers obviously made rainmakers less exciting. Also, the fact that they reworked the critter launchers made them less exciting. But as we get towards this mortar, our last ice shield is going to be super useful. I think we're going to lose just like I predicted, but there's still the outside chance that maybe, just maybe, we pull out the win somehow, some way. You see, we got like 2 Zookas over there. The beautiful thing about Zookas is they do outrange flamethrowers, but I have this gut feeling that we've gotten beat by another tank player. So, by the way, do go play tanks. Don't get me wrong. As you saw on this video, tanks are a great option. I'm just saying you won't be seeing me using them. Please, DA7, A30, don't be using tanks. Okay, much better. Straightforward, straight up attack. that right-hand side feels like it might need a mortar or something like that, because that was way too easy. Good hit by them, bringing some rifles late. Love seeing rifles coming late. That is a great way to avoid your troops getting wrecked by those flamethrowers. And feeling like maybe Ice Shield is no longer the answer as we fall out of 18. Claiming that chest in gold, though. Next up, we can get some Cryoneers, which at tick 1 are useful. I'm not sure. I'm kind of interested to see if I can mix them in with my rifle Zooka, but we won't be doing that here and now. We are going to jump to something a little bit more fun. And that, of course, is an operation attack. Now, in the shop, I've got that instant training. You can see we don't have it active, so let's... Oh, I'm 4 diamonds short. Let's go see if we can find 4 diamonds on our map somewhere. 11. That is a big chest. That is a heavy... I can't do that. I can't go down that innuendo path. Let's... with a good conscience. Anyways, we are going to do Alamo. Now, for those of you who didn't notice or weren't aware or something in between, Everspark has been fixed to some extent. She hacks way faster now, so you want to go get that universal remote upgraded. In the past, there was never a reason to upgrade that universal remote. Now there is, though. We're going to do a hit on Alamo. Really hoping this goes according to plan. Only 80,000 health on those rocket launchers, so we're gonna try and set this puppy up. I don't know how this is gonna go though, because I haven't used Everspark in a minute for this. Also need to get rid of all of these boom cannons. Thankfully we do have that wonderful cryo bomb. We're gonna flare Everspark back into there. That should allow us to get a couple smokes back here, not have to worry about her running into a boom mine and ending this attack prematurely. Now, Everspark still targets the way she always has targeted, which is great news. What that means is that she targets based on most damaged defense. So if we click this hack button, you'll notice she's going to target there. We're going to go like this. There is not enough. You know what? Actually, we're going to throw some critters in there, and we are going to attempt a triple hack. Don't know how this is going to go because of the fact... There we go. Look at that. Triple hack, just like the olden days. Getting rid of all of these rocket launchers thanks to... Come on. Back rocket launchers are gonzo. Things are looking up, and this is where we bring our bombardiers in. We are going to bring, and we're going to get rid of this entire front section, spreading them out as wide as we can. And why we're doing that is because I want to use all of our GBE on these rocket launchers. Don't want to have to throw flares or shocks. This is an unboosted attack on massive attack, I believe it is. Worst case, it's deep cut, but... just getting all of the gunboat energy we possibly can, clearing these rocket launchers. If we can clear 7 rocket launchers, this left-hand side of Alamo is just ripe for the picking. Don't care if we're losing troops at this point. Just clearing all of those rocket launchers is goal number 1. Once those are gone, then we can start thinking about doing some more good things. I can see that we're about to lose a bunch of these guys. Come on, one more artillery right about there. That should give us enough for a flare. Down goes all of the rocket launchers, unboosted. Now, we talked about bringing out troops to get shot in the face and them being rifles. Zookas also work for this in this regard. Our Zookas are going to stand out front, give us some damage, and protect our bombardiers in behind. All sorts of good things coming here. Our Zookas are going to outrange... Sorry, our Zookas are not going to outrange anything, but our bombardiers will outrange those mortars if we give them the opportunity to do so. As our troops spread full on willy-nilly, we don't have enough GBE for a shock, unfortunately, so those bombardiers are getting wrecked by that right there boom cannon. Come on, give us a shock. Actually, we don't even need a shock at this point because there's nothing over there for us to be afraid of. Just need to get the heck out of the way quickly. And at this point, we can just go ahead and clear the mines for whoever comes next. Don't want to waste too much GBE. We're done though. Look at this. Look how good that was unboosted, all by using the right troops. Now, the fact that we've cleared all of these front sniper towers, that's basically irrelevant. Yes, we can drop our troops, walk them into position, but none of these sniper towers were doing anything. They just gave us free gunboat energy by dropping our bombardiers nice and wide and nice and spread. And the more you spread them, the better you're going to get results, because otherwise they are going to walk into range of sniper towers. And that is a bad thing. Bombardiers tend to clump up. Look at this though. Just, it keeps going. I would give this a hit of B+. I think you'd have to boost in order to get higher than a B+, but still had some troops left, got rid of all of the rockets, and that was all thanks to Everspark finally being fixed. And I put fixed in bunny ears, obviously, because she's not fully fixed. It's not back to where she was before, but at least she's back to usable. Now, while we're at it, let's just fly through this imitation game. Probably should do this on a low-level account, but we're just going to throw all of our barrage, all of our artillery, and just see how many stages we can get done. It would be way more useful if we were to do this on a low-level account. I definitely concede that point, but I am just watching the progress of the pole outside my window get replaced, knowing that I have to upload this video and finish the recording. Don't want to corrupt the files or anything ridiculous like that. We were supposed to turn off our power an hour ago, but I ignored that. Make sure you unplug all your devices. No! Okay, yesterday's video, do watch till the very end. Only one person caught the comment, which was both expected and disappointing. I don't know, Warships. Big, it's amazing how big of a part Warships has become of Boom Beach. I feel like putting out Warships videos gets you, say, 12 views. Putting out a regular video gets you like 6 or 7 views. So I know I shouldn't just chase the views, but it's really hard when the comments aren't there either. So if you like these mixed videos, these longer format videos, would love to hear from you in the comments down below. I know I beg for comments a lot, but most importantly, if you want to see more content in this direction, the operation attack direction, please give me the comments, because I need the motivation, the inspiration, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get into the weekend here. Long weekend in Canada. There is no video planned for Monday. My wife is going away. It's me solo with all of the kids. Yes, I have many kids, which means that it's going to be me driving kids to baseball and dance and acro and taxi and soccer and whew. Serenity now. Stage 6, all GBE, unboosted. 168 GBE unboosted is absolutely silly. That is all thanks to the tribes and those statues right there. Yes, 8 GBE statues, 4 troop damage statues. I saw a comment in a task force recently from someone who had 1 GBE statue, 1 troop damage statue, and then a lot of greens and blues saying, someone show me all Zooka. My friends, if you want to be an offensive attacking player, you got to get rid of those green and blue statues. I try not to rag on it much because there are many ways to play Booming of the Beaches, but all 8 stages, 0 troops lost. What was that, like 3 minutes maybe? That's probably how long it would take to clear one of these bases using tanks, and my anti-tank bias coming through yet again. Jaded much? Let's see how long that took. That took 3 minutes seconds. So that is going to be it, unless I can find a sneaky op hit to sneak in here. Quick note, even if you don't play Warships, click that button. Look at that, free diamonds, free trader tickets. That is another reason to rush your headquarters up to HQ level 10. Even if you don't want to play Warships, it is free good stuff. This task force is random people that I am just attacking with. There's basically no chat, but they do operations every day, and it's free intel and diamonds. I just show up once in a while. Let's do something ridiculous and fun. What we are going to do here is I'm going to throw a barrage here, and then we are going to send Mr. Bullet up to about here. Let's just send him up there. Don't even care about smoking him. We're just going to send him up north, get him in there, get that flare to expire, getting our smokes as late as we possibly can. Bit by stinking little bit. Gonna click the taunt button. We're also gonna throw a cryo bomb, because why the heck not? And then we're just gonna drop all of this stuff over here. Bullet is about to pop out. There comes the taunt. Everything's gonna turn towards him. Maybe need to get one shock out, it looks like. And then Bullet's just gonna stand in there and get shot squarely in the face by all of those defenses as all of our troops walk in and amongst the things. Didn't go exactly as I had hoped, but Bullet standing in, getting shot in the face, troops shooting down that core. Honestly, that could have been done in 400 different ways. Would have liked to clear all those rocket launchers and shock launchers just for the snits and giggles, the ships and giggles, but down goes the things, ending on a fun little hit. Like I said, check the description down below, leave a comment, throw code ZMOT in your shop, because you know it expires as shown by that. It's not SMOT, it's not SNOG, it's not SNOT, it is ZMOT or ZMOT, 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 as I almost accidentally boost, which would have been terrible. I'm ZMOT, long format video. Thanks for coming in, liking, sharing, subscribing, telling your aunt, clicking the bell, all that stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Don't know why I'm talking fast, but I'm ZMOT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.